Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at noon. I'm Alexandra Carter. A not guilty plea has been entered for the Onalaska man accused of reckless homicide. 33-year-old Aspen Kalina is accused of selling drugs that led to an overdose death in Black River Falls treatment facility last May. According to the criminal complaint, authorities tracked his ankle monitor to a park near the facility the evening before the victim's death. In Jackson County Court today, Kalina's attorneys entered not guilty pleas on his behalf. He'll be up for a 5-day jury trial, but no date has been set.
All right, as we get into our local weather, we are going to be breezy and gusty today. We're going to be seeing those winds howling up to at least 31 miles per hour. And of course, critical fire danger is a possibility as we get into the forecast. Take a gander at what I've got going on here. There's a fire danger. It is elevated today. We're still at a high risk for any type of fire that could catch with those winds and dry conditions. We could see ourselves in a little trouble like a lot of folks are across the nation right now. Here we have the winds coming out of Canada, and they continue to push in. We're also seeing winds coming from the south, and that's why we're warming up today, getting into the widespread 70s for our forecast. Here's a look at some of the winds here as we go into it, at least up to 31 miles per hour in some locations, and then you can see we're just kind of dry. There's a wrinkle that tries to come in here as we get into Thursday and Friday, but I think it may stay a little bit more to the north. Current temperatures for, as you can see, widespread in the 60s right now, but we're going to be seeing 70-degree heat getting into the afternoon by 1 o'clock and then continuing on to at least 3 o'clock and, of course, 4 o'clock, where temperatures will be in the middle 70s. When I come back, I'll have a better overview of how this all plays out for you.
We'll see you then, Art. Thank you. Dairyland Power employees are rolling up their sleeves and giving back to their communities today. The cooperative's Day of Service has more than 200 volunteers working on projects across Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Illinois. In Lafarge, teams are refreshing trails and cleaning up the Kickapoo River. Today's Day of Service recognizes National Co-op Month. Sean Diddy Combs is facing another long list of sexual misconduct allegations. He is in jail awaiting trial on charges of trafficking women for sex parties and has pleaded not guilty to that. Houston attorney Tony Busby says he represents 120 people who say Combs abused them as well. He spoke out Tuesday on those disturbing claims.
Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of.
Combs' lawyer says he denies any claim that he sexually abused anyone, including minors. Republican Senator J.D. Vance and Democratic Governor Tim Walz are back campaigning today in crucial swing states following last night's debate. The two struck mostly a cordial tone as they split on issues ranging from the economy to abortion. Jared Hill reports from New York.
Republican Senator J.D. Vance headed to the battleground state of Michigan Wednesday, following last night's vice presidential debate.
Tim just said something that I agree with. I agree with a lot of what Senator Vance said.
The nominees were overwhelmingly civil as they sparred over topics including the economy.
Kamala Harris has said to do the things she wants to do, we'll just ask the wealthiest to pay their fair share.
When people say that Donald Trump's economic plan doesn't make sense, I say look at the record. He delivered rising take-home pay for American workers.
And immigration.
We have a historic immigration crisis because Kamala Harris started and said that she wanted to undo all of Donald Trump's border policies.
We had the fairest and the toughest bill on immigration that this nation's seen. But as soon as I was getting ready to pass and actually tackle this, Donald Trump said no, told them to vote against it because it gives him a campaign issue.
On abortion, Vance made this admission.
My party, we've got to do so much better of a job at earning the American people's trust back on this issue where they frankly just don't trust us.
But Democratic Governor Tim Walz criticized Republican arguments that the issue should be left up to the states.
How can we as a nation say that your life and your rights, as basic as the right to control your own body, is determined on geography?
There were some tense moments, especially in a back and forth over former President Trump's refusal to accept the results of the 2020 election.
Did he lose the 2020 election?
Tim, I'm focused on the future.
That is a damning non-answer.
A new CBS News poll showed viewers were nearly split on who they think won the debate, with both men seeing their favorability ratings go up. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Those viewers polled ranked Walz higher on abortion and health care, while Vance got the edge on the economy and immigration. They were split 50-50 over the conflict in the Middle East. Walz campaigns in the battleground state of Pennsylvania today. Coming up, a massive strike that could empty store shelves. Tens of thousands of dock workers walk off the job for the first time in decades. Now it could impact your holiday shopping. We'll have those details ahead.
When we went over the agenda and they presented options, they could do a little bit of it or all of it, and I chose to have it all done so they could address all the problems at one time, and then we would have all our issues taken care of.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Fentanyl is killing over 1,000 people a year in Wisconsin. New reporting shows that Eric Hovde is doing business with a bank accused of links to the Mexican drug cartel. Banco Azteca loaded up $26 million in cash and flew it to Eric Hovde's bank in California. Other U.S. banks have cut ties with this Mexican bank, but Eric Hovde took their money. That's 26 million more reasons you can't trust Eric Hovde.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor. Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it,
Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
You've probably seen all these negative ads against me. Well, here's the deal. They are designed to tear us apart. But here's the truth. My life's work has been fighting on behalf of others. It's why I became a prosecutor, district attorney, and attorney general. I took on drug cartels and human traffickers to protect our communities. Look, everyone is tired of the petty, destructive politics. Let's turn the page and chart a new way forward. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More recliners. King Furniture has more Lazy Boy recliners than anywhere else in the Coulee region. Fabric, leather, even lift chairs. Try them all. Sit on this, sit on that. There's plenty here to choose from because it's all about choices, you know. And as always, free delivery. Just try that anywhere else. King Furniture. Nice people, nice furniture.
Arthritis, high blood pressure, breast cancer. Almost everyone has a pre-existing condition and could lose health insurance if Derek Van Orden and Washington Insiders get their way. They take money from big insurance companies, then try to strip coverage for pre-existing conditions. Van Orden and Washington Insiders don't care about you, so if you get sick, you get dropped. Time to drop Derek Van Orden and these Washington Insiders from Congress.
I'm Rebecca Cook, and I approve this message.
Well, when they came to install things, they were very timely. They were very professional and told us exactly how long we would be without water, which was helpful to plan. You know, they came in, did the job, they left, you didn't even know they were there.
Welcome back. In your Money Watch report, tens of thousands of dock workers are now on strike at dozens of U.S. ports. You probably heard that by now. Now experts are warning it could lead to shortages on everything from car parts to holiday items even. The union representing the port employees said in a statement it is prepared to fight for as long as necessary over its demands for higher wages and protections against automation. This is the first strike by dock workers in nearly 50 years. Hiring in the U.S., meanwhile, in the private sector jumped more than expected last month. That is according to new data released today by payroll processor ADP. Private sector employment gains exceeded economists' expectations with an estimated 143,000 jobs added in September. It also marked a rebound from the month before when 103,000 jobs were added. The gains were widespread across major industries. This comes as job growth has slowed substantially during the past year. And Bath & Body Works is hoping fans of Emily in Paris will say oui to its new line of products. The retailer is teaming up with the hit Netflix show on a holiday collection that features creams, candles, body washes, and other products you see here. The fragrances come in things like Champagne in Paris and Macaron Cloud. The limited edition collection will be available starting next month. That wraps up your afternoon consumer news. As we head to break, here's a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. More news is next.
I'm a nurse in Wisconsin, and my patients don't want politicians like Eric Hovde making their healthcare decisions.
I am totally opposed to abortion.
Hovde means what he says about opposing reproductive rights.
Eric Hovde supported overturning Roe v. Wade, which led to an abortion ban in Wisconsin.
And that's a ban with no exceptions for rape or incest.
What Hovde supports criminalizes abortion and doctors like me.
We need to vote against Eric Hovde.
Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
I'm Steve from Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. If you see discoloration or damaged wood here, that can mean rotted materials here. Cheap repairs or inserts can cause bigger problems fast. You need a trusted window company to replace the window and fix the surrounding materials correctly. Our team will complete our Weather Guardian 15-step installation process on every job to ensure your home and family are safe before we leave. Call now for our buy 3, get 1 free special. Choose Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions or something less.
I've achieved some amazing things with this body right here, from Russian records to championship dance moves. But with joint pain, there's no rushing, no dancing, no working, no playing for any of us, and that's not good.
The medical professionals at QC Kinetics help pain caused by arthritis and past injuries using natural solutions, advanced biologic therapies, no surgery or harmful medications.
Who knows what you can do once relief kicks in? QC Kinetics, I still got it.
Fentanyl is one of the most lethal drugs on the market. This much can kill thousands. These deadly drugs are pouring across our border. But Biden, Harris, and Democrats have done nothing to stop it. Tammy Baldwin claims she's trying, but she's failed. She took credit for an anti-fentanyl bill she didn't write and opposed efforts to secure the border. Senator Baldwin and Democrats have done nothing, and our communities are paying the price.
I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message.
As many as 7% of hospital patients are receiving a harmful diagnostic error. According to a study published in BMJ Quality and Safety, 85% are likely preventable with improved surveillance methods. Errors were most likely to occur when a patient was just transferred to intensive care or within 90 days of hospital admission. The number of Americans dying due to a fall is increasing and is creating a greater economic burden as people live longer. A study found fatal falls cost the U.S. more than $1.4 billion in medical costs every year. And for context, firearm deaths account for $246 million. Researchers note there's also a growing number of lost years of life and productivity due to falling. And giving college students 1 minute to check their phone led to higher test scores. Researchers with Southern Illinois University offered brief phone or technology breaks 15 minutes into class, and students averaged higher test scores and even used their phone less than those who were only given breaks to ask questions. Those were some of the day's top health headlines. As we take a live look outside now from CityCam 8, Art is in next with a look at our forecast.
We need real working people in Washington.
What a phony. Cook spent the last decade working as a political operative. Earned her money helping defund the police radicals like Mandela Barnes, the most anti-police candidate in Wisconsin history. Now, Cook won't let you protect your family. She wants to ban the most popular rifle in the country, earning an F from the NRA. Rebecca Cook, phony insider, dangerously liberal.
I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
Stanton Optical believes eye care should be affordable. Right now, for only $135, you get 2 pairs of progressives, plus all this. All that costs over $200 everywhere else. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical, easy's our thing. Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of progressives, a free eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow, a deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Is it past time for new windows? At River Valley Remodelers, there's no need to sacrifice quality for cost. We offer high-quality, energy-efficient replacement windows designed for all of our weather, keeping your home comfortable year-round. Our experts will help you find the perfect option that fits your budget and matches your style. Plus, with our free energy audit, you'll learn how to save more while upgrading your home. River Valley Remodelers, quality windows at a price you'll love. Call today for your free energy audit.
It seems like everyone in Washington is either too far left or too far right. I'm Rebecca Cook, and like most folks in Wisconsin, I'm somewhere in the middle. I'll stand up to Democrats to fight for a secure border and stop wasteful spending. I'll stand up to extremists like Derek Van Orden, who wants to ban all abortions with no exceptions. Like you, I'm fed up and ready for change. I approve this message because it's time that we sent one of us to Congress.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Friday Night Frenzy, Friday at 10 on News 8.
Well, good afternoon to you. I want to take you right through the time lapse here. I just want to show you a few things here. You can see that that's a little bit of smoke out there in the atmosphere and haze. You can see that. It kind of looks like golden hour, but for some, you know, that's kind of smoke and haze in their area. All right, we get out of this real quick and get back to the enhanced fire risks that are happening for us today. You're going to be seeing that as we go right into this again with high conditions for fire. There's a little bit of light rainfall well up to our north, again, north of Wisconsin in some locations, but you're also picking up here fire danger beginning to pick up in the form of red flag warnings. So we'll keep an eye out to see if that happens for us as well. That's because of the winds picking up again, breezy and gusty winds coming into the picture. There'll be windy right through the day, about 31 miles per hour. We'll keep the mild going in. In fact, as we rise into the weekend, you may see a temperature or two bump up to 80 degrees. Yeah, believe it or not. All right, that being said, take a look at the winds we've got going on with this big batch of wind coming through here, coming from the west that's moving in. And you're going to be seeing these winds getting up to at least 25, 35, 13. They begin to break down eventually as we go into the evening hours, but they start out at 31 miles per hour. Current temperatures, I want to show you this again because we're widespread in the 60s, but yeah, it's a slow start to getting things going. But look at the dew points. Look how chilly they are. We're all the way down to 29 in Viroqua, 33 as you get into Black River Falls. Those areas might have had a little bit of frost this morning, and so we're slowly but surely kind of bumping them up. All right, so we've got dry conditions coming in right now. You can see that in the brown, but once we get up here, smoke and haze, that's still part of our forecast up there because we don't have much in the way of cloud cover right now, right? So we get into it. I enhanced the winds here so you can see these coming in. You're seeing temperatures as we go to the 1 o'clock hour. You're holding on to 60s and the 70s here. And then as we go right into the 4 o'clock hour, you're going to be seeing La Crosse at 76 degrees. Eau Claire beating us today, 77 degrees possible. And then Prairie du Chien about 73 degrees. We'll take it into the evening hours, and the winds are still going, and they're tapering down, as I mentioned. But you can see as we go right into it, the blue winds start to come in, and they begin to break down, as you can see across the Mississippi. So slowly but surely those winds will lower. As far as rain is concerned coming through the area, not much happening, as you can see going right through it into Thursday at 1 o'clock. You may pick up a little bit of light rainfall to our northeast and then try to get a little bit down to La Crosse here in the central and southern portions of our area. And then of course we get more clouds coming in, and once that gets out of the way, we'll carry it over into Saturday where we get breezy and gusty winds coming back in. Yeah, windy conditions ensue all the way into Sunday, with rainfall potential looking like it's coming back again, and then scoots on out over into areas to our east and up and out. You're also seeing that the winds or the rainfall is going to be meager as we go through the next few days, kind of getting into it. You get that wrinkle I just showed you for Thursday going into Friday, but again, alas, it's not going to look like we have much coming our way. That being said, this carries over all the way into Monday with very dry conditions. You're also seeing the rainfall that I just showed you. It's not even measurable, so you can't even see how much we're going to get out of that. So that means we're going to be seeing some light rainfall. I've taken that all the way into the weekend. Here's a look at the temperatures today. Again, 70s widespread going into tonight. You may have another potential for some areas getting into some temperatures that are going to be near frost again, and then you've got the highs for tomorrow as well. Going into how this all plays out going into the next 8 days, we're looking at this here, 70s, then that 80-degree mark up on Saturday, as I mentioned, down to Saturday. Well, Sunday we look at 68 degrees, and then temperatures begin to, of course, stay in the mild.
All right, sounds good, Art. Thank you. Coming up, a breast cancer survivor's mission to protect fertility for young women facing similar cancer treatments. Will share her inspiring story.
I've met so many people in western Wisconsin looking for a change. We need fresh ideas to tackle the issues families are facing every day. Inflation, healthcare costs, tax relief. In November, vote for someone putting in the legwork to find solutions. Vote Ryan Hipsch for Assembly.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. These places employ us, sponsor the Little League team, and feed and clothe us. That's why I'm proud of the work I've done to support our business community. I know that the side of the aisle you're on matters less than being on the side of our main streets.
No party has a monopoly on good ideas.
I'm Steve Doyle, and I'm working for our businesses, working for our communities, and I'm working for you.
Are you struggling to get through the day? Are you experiencing chronic pain, burning, numbness, and tingling in your hands or feet? Pay attention, because you are probably experiencing peripheral neuropathy. The most common symptoms are numbness, burning, muscle cramps, and problems with balance. Neuropathy is treatable, and our office can help. It's time to get real results. Pick up your phone and call us right now. If you're one of the first 25 callers, you'll receive a free nerve damage screening. This nerve damage screening will tell you if you're at risk for serious nerve damage and if you're qualified for our cutting-edge treatment program to stop the nerve damage. Don't wait until it's too late and your symptoms get so bad that you lose your freedom and are restricted to a wheelchair, walker, or need amputation. Call now to be one of the first 25 callers to receive a free nerve damage screening. Hurry, call now to find out if you qualify for our free nerve damage screening and see how we can change your life. It's time to feel better. Call today.
As the mom of a daughter, I'm livid that boys are now being allowed to compete in girls' sports. It's just wrong, and I blame Tammy Baldwin. She voted to let biological men into women's sports. Worse, Baldwin co-sponsored legislation to force girls to share locker rooms with biological men. Tammy Baldwin is failing to keep our families safe. Tammy Baldwin's extreme values are wrong for Wisconsin. Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Steve Doyle says,
I'm working for you.
Unless, of course, you're a senior on fixed income or middle-class family. Steve Doyle voted against bipartisan tax relief to help you with rising costs. Steve Doyle, playing political games, not working for us. You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and one cancer survivor is giving young women hope when it comes to their fertility. Cancer treatments can potentially impact their ability to have a biological child. Amanda Rice received her first cancer diagnosis at 38 years old. She froze her eggs, but it wasn't covered by her insurance. Her organization, the Chick Mission, now works with 35 fertility partners in 8 states, helping families save more than $7 million in fertility preservation costs.
If you live in the 8 states where we currently work, you're diagnosed, you haven't started fertility threatening treatment yet, you make under $150,000 per year, they're need-based.
Okay.
Wow. We're gonna cover your fertility preservation.
Wow.
Only 18 states offer fertility coverage. Rice helped change the law in Oklahoma this past year. Stay with us. We'll have one more check of your forecast when we come back.
Kamala Harris is going to significantly raise taxes.
Taxes are going to have to go up?
Kamala's plan will raise families' taxes by nearly $2,600 a year. Under Kamala, prices have already soared. Now she'd make it worse with even higher taxes.
Taxes are going to have to go up?
President Trump will cut taxes again. No taxes on tips, overtime, or Social Security.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Are you thinking about new windows and doors? A new bathroom, a new kitchen, maybe a sunroom, siding, or a deck? Get started today with special savings while we celebrate serving homeowners for over 35 years. While we celebrate Danielle becoming the new general manager.
And celebrate Dad's 80th birthday.
Best products.
The best people.
Best prices.
35th anniversary at the Board Store.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Can I share something with you that is horrible? I would be better off dying instead of leaving my family generational debt. There's times when it's in the back of my head. It would have been easier had I died. Then you don't have to worry about the reoccurrence of another tumor, more bills every time you go for another checkup. All of it just keeps adding up and adding up. A few years ago, I survived another brain tumor and breast cancer. But now, the Affordable Care Act has been passed, and now I have coverage. It saved my life and my business. Donald Trump says he wants to kill the Affordable Care Act. He doesn't care what that would mean for families like mine. Trump only cares about himself. Before the Affordable Care Act, I could have lost everything. My farm, my life, my family. Unlike Trump, Kamala Harris is fighting for everyday hardworking people. She's fought for us to get health care, and she is fighting for us to keep it.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Enhanced fire risk today. Breezy and gusty winds, dry conditions over the next several hours here as we get into the evening hours. And you're going to see nice looking weather though for the next couple of days. Then we get into 80-degree heat on Saturday, 68-degree heat coming in on Sunday for your high.
All right, got to get one more 80 in there. Thank you, Art. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight.